Hello, it's Jeanette with Amazing Paper Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is the project that I want to make today with you. This is a little flameless candle, one of those little ones that you can get at the craft store. And what I've done is I've wrapped it in some vellum and some designer series paper from the Perennial Essence. I think that's what it's called. Perennial Essence designer series paper, and also using some vellum from the Perennial Essence vellum cardstock. So anyway, this is what I'm going to show you how to make today, and if you want to learn how, keep watching. So I'm going to begin by dyeing my lace, and to do that I'm going to bring in my silicone craft sheet. And I think because I'm using a piece of this designer series paper, there's so many beautiful colors in there, but I kind of want the contrast of the green. So I'm going to use my blends. This is the dark old olive. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and color my lace, and then we're going to stick that on to the I'm trying to find the brush here. We're going to stick that onto here, and I'll show you how to do that. But just to color the lace, all you do is just take your brush and just lay the color down. It's going to be a nice contrast. Okay, I think I'm done. Now, you know what? I think I'm going to just let this dry just a little bit. You see how dark that is now? So pretty. I love dyeing this. You can dye them in any color you want. So let's put that aside, let that dry, and then we're going to work on our the outside. I'm going to just use a piece of the Perennial Essence Vellum cardstock, and this is the So Saffron color, and this needs to be 5 inches by 2 1/4 inch. And then I'm going to take the stitched lace dye, and what you'll do is you will take your dye. Now this is where the blades are sitting up, and you're going to just center this on here. Make sure you have like even space. You can look at the design and make sure you have even space on both sides. And then what I do is I just take a little piece of removable tape, and just so that it stays still while I take it to the Big Shot. And my sandwich is really simple. I use my magnetic platform for my Big Shot, and then we have a plate that's getting pretty warped. and then I do this, and then I put the lid on it. Where's my lid? Like that. Okay, and then I also put a little piece of shim on there just to make sure that those little pieces all get cut out. And after I'm done with that, this is what I end up with. A piece like this, okay? And then the next thing I will do after I take that to the Big Shot is I will bring in the edge piece here that cuts out that little scallop, and you just line this up. If you can see, it lines up pretty good, almost perfectly. And you're going to line that up and take that to the Big Shot, and then when you're done, this is what you're going to have. You're going to have this right here. Okay, so now I can go ahead and put this on my little flameless candle. I'm going to make sure this is working. Oh yeah, it's working. So before I put this together, I want to make sure I'm putting it on one that works. Okay, so what I need to do is wrap this around, but I also need to put some tear and tape on here. So let me bring back in my silicone craft sheet. I'm going to turn this upside down because I've got ink on the other side, and I'm not sure if that ink is not going to stain it or what. Okay, so I'm going to use tear and tape right on the edge. Just apply a layer of tear and tape. Let's see, where did my little block go? Here it is, right in front of my face. That's why I couldn't see it. Okay, and you see how this tear and tape likes to stick to everything? That's why I like to hold it in my arm. I get a little bit more control when I have it as a bracelet. Okay, I'm just going to put 2 rows of tear and tape on here. 1 or 2 strips, the one right next to the other, like that. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and put some, actually I'm going to remove the tear and tape first. I'm going to take my take your pick tool, and we're going to just remove this backer paper of the tear and tape rather, and then I will put a strip of tear and tape down one side. Okay, sticky. Okay, we're going to just go ahead and put another piece of tear and tape just down the side right here. I want to make sure that it is going to adhere nicely, and I don't really need it to go all the way up covering those scallops. Just about right there would be fine. Okay, let's remove this one too. Actually, I'm not going to remove that one yet. I'm going to wait, and I'm just going to put this right on the edge here. Make sure you've got the right side, because vellum has the wrong side and a right side. The right side is the brighter color, and make sure you have that on the right side. And right on the edge, as neatly as you can. And don't worry if it's not perfect, because you're going to be covering it with that designer series paper. Okay. Now I'm going to take this off, the backer paper. Okay. And we're going to just overlap that as neat as you can. Okay. Well, it's already looking pretty, isn't it? This is such cute paper. This is such beautiful, beautiful paper, especially when you die cut it with that lacy thing. Okay, now let's put a little bit of tear and tape on the back here too. This I guess I can pretty much put it on all of it, but I think only 3 strips will do. We'll just use 3 strips. Okay, I am going to go ahead and remove just this one part here so that I can apply the lace, and I'm just going to apply the lace right on the edge. I don't know if you can see that here. Well, let me move this out of the way so you can see. I'm just putting it right on the edge of this designer series paper. It kind of just falls right on the edge. See that? And I know that I cut off a little too much. This piece here, I cut it off a little bit long because I knew I was going to, have to cut it. So I'm going to take my paper snips. I got something stuck on my paper snips. And then I'm going to just clip that off right there. And now I can go ahead and remove this, because I'm going to go ahead and put that on the candle right underneath here. Okay, let's see, where did I start? I'm going to start right here, right where this edge overlaps. That's where I'm going to start, and I'm just going to take it all the way around. And it will overlap right here. Okay. Now let's put a flower on this. Okay, so what I've done is I have punched out with my, this is called the 4-petal flower punch. I punched out two flowers in the petal pink color of that vellum. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some colorful lines in it. Excuse me. So what I have here is some dark Calypso coral, and I like just to kind of color it, just you know, kind of putting a little bit of veins and stuff in the flower, or stamen. You can color it any way you want to. I think this would kind of look nice with some stamen. You don't really want to make it look like a leaf, but just like that. Okay. And you don't have to do this. You can stamp it because there is a coordinating stamp. I decided that I want to just go ahead and color it. And then I'm going to curl it. Let's see, what am I curling it with? How about my bone folder? Let's curl these up with my bone folder. Okay, there's one flower. Now you could also just sponge these on the edges if you want. And now I'm going to take a mini glue dot, and I'm going to put one mini glue dot right in the center of this. And I'm going to go ahead and lay this and offset it. I'm going to offset this so that my flower looks full, like that. Okay, and now I'm going to punch out with my leaf punch with the green vellum. This is the old olive green, and I'm just going to punch out 2 leaves. That's with the leaf one. Let me put these away. I've got my storage for my punches right here. I love it. Okay, and so I'm going to go ahead and put some more glue dots on here. Take my take your pick tool, and I'm going to put a glue dot on the back here and then stick the leaf on that, like that. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Stick another mini glue dot, and then put this leaf, oops, all thumbs. Okay, put this leaf on this side. See how that looks on the outside? Yeah, I like that. Now let's put our little fuzzy middle. These are actually called Perennial Essence Floral Centers. I just call them fuzzy stamen. And they have a little adhesive backing on them. So you want to remove that adhesive back paper. And then I'm just going to grab it like this, and we're going to stick it right in the center here. All right. Now let's grab a couple more glue dots, or you could use a dimensional if you want a little more dimension. I am just going to use glue dots. All right. Yeah. Very sticky glue dots. I'll use 2 of them just to make sure that they are sticking. Now, you know what I didn't do is what I really want to do this is I do want to color the leaves. I'm going to use the smaller tip, the nib, and I'm going to just go ahead and put some veins on my leaves. And you don't have to do this. I just think it looks a little nicer when you can see the veins. And there's stamps that you could stamp these leaves. Actually, I think Perennial Essence, the stamp set, I forget what it's called now. I'll have it on the screen. It has a 3-leaf that coordinates with this punch. But, like I say, I just wanted it to be a little simple. And now I'm going to put this right in the center here, like that. Okay. And now, isn't this cute? Well, let's turn this on. Isn't that pretty? These would make such beautiful favors for your wedding table. You know, mix up the colors, match it with the bridal color scheme. I just love these little flameless candles, and I like making little projects like this for you, so that you can utilize all your Stampin' Up! Supplies. And it didn't take a lot of supplies, did it? Not very expensive to make at all. So I hope that you will try this. I hope that you liked my video. I hope I taught you something. And if you do need any of the tools and supplies that I used in this video, other than the flameless candle, which you can get at, I think, Joann's or Michael's or Hobby Lobby in the USA. I'm sure there's other stores that you can get these little flameless candles in around the world. So go to my website at www.geomazingpapercrafts if you need any tools and supplies. If you like this video and you want to see more of my videos, please slap a like or click the like button, click the subscribe button, and make sure you click that notification bell so that you'll get notified every time I put up a video. So once again, I am Jeanette with Geomazing Paper Crafts, and you make it a great day. Bye-bye.